This is my review of the SNES. There's the top of it, power button, eject button, reset. Here's the front of it, has 2 controller ports. Here's the side, there's not really anything on the side. Here's the back of it. Now the back of it has that plug-in slot right there, which uses this power supply, as you can see. Plugs right into there. Now, there's another slot right here. Now, if you saw my original Nintendo video, this slot was white on the original Nintendo, and that's for the RF switch, which I got to show you in the last video. Channel 3 and 4 have this set in channel 4. It looks the best. The AV jack. Now, this AV jack is kind of cool, because it uses the same AV cable as the N64 and the GameCube. This is not the original cable. This is an aftermarket cable, but it'll still do the job. Slips in there easily, comes out easily. Here's the other side. Boom. And here's the bottom. Here's the expansion. The expansion port, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, believe it or not, the original PlayStation wouldn't be a thing if Nintendo didn't turn them down. Because Nintendo back then was teaming up with Sony to make the PlayStation an add-on to the Super Nintendo. Of course, that never came to be since they were working with Philips. But that never came to be either. The Philips CD add-on never came to be, and that made it the CDI. The shittiest console ever. Anyway, so yeah, PlayStation, if they didn't get turned down by Nintendo, they wouldn't be, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Anyway, the cartridges are right about here. No, this is just one of them. They have 2 designs. This is an original cartridge from 1991 when this system came out. The NES came out in 1985. Now this thing came out in 91. Now this is what they first started with, right here. Now you'd slip it in, right? Turn it on, right? And there's an eject button. Now this is the reason why they changed the design of the cartridges. Because you see this eject button, when you push it, pops it out, you can take it out. But many people didn't notice this eject button. And so they were trying to pull it out like this, and some of them said they kept getting like jammed. See, look how hard it is. I have to give it quite a good pull. That was out of user stupidity, because this eject button, like I just showed, ejects the cartridge. So they changed it to this design, right? Now this design works like any other. Now you see how easy that eject button goes down? Look, it goes down a lot easier compared to this. And also, this thing was able to come out easier. This was also the first thing that had dual audio, speaker audio. As you can see in the AV cable here. Compared to the original Nintendo, it only had video and audio. This thing has double audio right here and video. So the controller, I think, is the coolest thing ever. Here's the connector of the controller. It goes right in here. You can only have 2 players back then. Here's the controller. Super Nintendo controller, I think, is pretty cool. It's pretty comfortable too, because the old Nintendo controller is really blocky. That's very comfortable. So that was my review of the SNES. I'll see you guys.